Mr. Santos here. Missing you guys. Hope everyone is well and safe. So here are our instructions for our assignment this week. We will be meeting Thursday, which we'll talk about at the end of this video. But this is a reference and a continuation of what we were doing last Thursday. Now, I had about half of the class from period 4 and period 5, and I was missing a majority of the class from period 4 and period 5. So I had half from each class, so I had about 40 or something students, so I was missing over 40. Now, if you missed the class, it's no big deal, but again, going forward, especially after spring break next week, if you cannot make a class session, I need you to email me that you cannot make it. That way I can at least get a body count of who will be there. Now, if you missed last class, I'm going to gloss over what we did last Thursday. So if you go to your classroom, if you go to the top right here, thesis statement peer review. Again, my screen is different from yours on No Red Ink, but it should be right there. Go ahead and click that. And what we did is we did a thesis statement for our writing prompt, which we'll talk about today. So, are stereotypes more harmful than good? Now, about 18 of you from period 4 and 13 of you from period 5 still need to go back and revise it. Those of you who didn't get feedback, I went and gave you feedback. So make sure you go to your No Red Ink. Again, it should be on your assignment dashboard. It should be on your assignment dashboard. If it's not, again, go back to your classroom, thesis statement peer review, find that, hit that. Get that done. We're going to go over that in a second. So if you missed it, I'm going to just briefly go over how we respond to this to make a thesis statement. Now, this is how it looked. And Marvin, I'm going to use this example from period 5. Here's his original draft. People can feel more bad about themselves or not be themselves because of the stereotypes that people make about their race, gender, or sexual orientation. Then he got these comments from his peers. So, for example, Sebastian gave a comment of this would be stronger if you replaced the first day and add stereotypes. Also replace the other. That's on your sentence as a people. So Marvin took that into consideration, and then from his original draft, he revised it and reflected a more cohesive and clear thesis statement. So a really good job, and again, just really made me feel like that if we had 100% participation in the classroom, if we were actually physically in class, this type of assignment, a peer review, would have been so perfect. But it's okay, we'll make the best of it. But next year, I'm definitely going to use this resource because you got to see your classmates' peer review, your thesis statements anonymously, and then you gave awesome feedback. So really cool assignment. So here's what you're gonna need out. I need you to go to classroom. Make sure you go to your stereotypes article assignment. Now, if you have not done it, please do this as soon as possible. I have over a handful from both classes who have done it, so I'm feeling confident there. If you have not done it, you need to do it and turn it in. It looks something like this. So have this document out, and with our new document, that will be below this post. So, are stereotypes more harmful than good? Remember, are stereotypes more harmful than good? Yes or no, whatever you feel. Yes or no, because. And you're going to write, and you're going to write your feelings on why stereotypes are harmful or why they are not. After you do that, you're going to delete yes or no because, whatever you put, if you put yes because or no because that is our sentence frame. We do not need to include that in our writing. You're going to use your proper capitalization skills, and that is your thesis statement. And that's what you'll be working with today. So, you're going to begin below right here. Do not begin here. Do not just start writing here. You don't want that, right? So remember, hit return, enter, and what's the first thing we do when we need a paragraph? We need to properly indent, and we do that by hitting tab. Do not do space, space, space. Do not hit space. Remember, it always goes to the farthest left of the paper, and just hit a simple tab, and that shows the reader that's a new paragraph. So hit tab. After you hit tab, I want you to go to format, go to line spacing, and hit double. That way your writing will be double spaced. Now, intro paragraph. You're going to write 3 paragraphs, and we're going to focus on the conclusion on Thursday. But intro and body paragraph, ideal world, will be done on Thursday. So your first sentence in your intro paragraph, what are stereotypes? Do not use Google for a definition. I want you guys to use your own words. So, for example, think about for period 4, I'll use you guys as my prime example. We talked about how Joel's a skateboarder. So I see Joel, I see he's a skateboarder, and I say that's all I think of him because I'm using the stereotype of skateboarders and what comes along with it. Skateboarders having long hair, wearing Vans, bringing their skateboard to class. But Joel's much more than that, right? That you guys are all much more than just being students, and that's how I see you guys because I'm a teacher and you're students. We talked about a lot, especially with the House on Mango Street, how our identity means much more than our race, our gender, and how we appear to people by a stereotype. So, what are stereotypes? Think about what we talked about. Again, much more than what meets the eye. Much more than what meets the eye, and not being judgmental. Okay, that's your first sentence. So your second, third, and possibly your fourth sentence, so about 2 to 3 sentences after your first sentence here, you're going to talk about your article of choice. This is where you're going to go back here. And you're going to look at what article you agreed with more. And I need you to summarize it in about 2 to 3 sentences. The first thing you're going to do is introduce the article. So, example, if I chose why not all stereotypes are bad, I would put in why not all stereotypes are bad. And remember, make sure you guys have the quotations around your article title. Okay? In why not all stereotypes are bad, the author says this, this, and this. Or, for example, as COVID-19 spreads, so do negative stereotypes of the young and old. So, example would be in our writing, in as COVID-19 spreads, so do negative stereotypes of the young and old. Put that quotation mark for the article, comma. The author seems to agree with this, this, and this. So, you just need to just reference the article. Reference the article in that first sentence at least, and then 2 to 3 sentences after that, summarizing what you took away from the article. Check the quotes. The quotes will help you remember what the main features of the article that stood out to you. So that will be about 2 to 3 sentences after your first sentence, and the fourth sentence will be your thesis statement. This is where you're going to go back, and if you've done the peer review correctly, you go back to your assignments on your dashboard, and you'll be able to go into the assignment, and you'll be able to copy, Control C and Control V, your thesis statement because that's already done. So you're going to Control V, and the last thing you're going to do after you copy and paste it, or if you you don't have it, that's fine, but you just need to write a thesis statement and go back to in the video and go back to where I went over I glossed over how to do it again as just a reminder. But I want you to highlight it in yellow. So that's as simple as just highlighting over it with your cursor. Going to format. Ugh, sorry, I'm tired, guys. Thesis, sorry, it's simple as going to thesis statement, going to highlight color, and hitting yellow. Sorry about that indiscretion before. I'm just woke up and I need to be on the ball and I'm not, so I do apologize. So again, gloss over here. Go to your marker. Hit yellow. Again, we should know how to do that. So, after you've done that, you're set for your body paragraph. So in your body paragraph, I want you to focus on CER. Now, this is a little different for the claim. Claim in English, remember, is always an answer to a question. But for body paragraphs, you use the same structure, but your claim is more introing your evidence with fresh language and connection to your thesis. So what is the purpose of this evidence? Why are you introducing this evidence? Why and how is this article important to your thesis statement and view on stereotypes? Why are we talking about the article? Why are you talking about the article? And why is it important to your view on stereotypes? You're going to cite the article. So all I want you to do is do proper quotations. You do not need to put open parentheses in the author or a page number, so don't do that. And after you cite it, just put a period. Again, this is as simple as going to your work you did last week and copy and pasting a quote you want to expand on. So look at your quote section, Control C and Control V it over there. So you've already done the work. So reasoning. This shows that, remember, connect that evidence to the claim. So that's always the same. Reasoning, this shows that, connect the evidence to what you wrote here in the claim. The second sentence, as we talked about, reasoning is the most important because what is the bigger picture? Why is the evidence important enough to use in support of what you're saying about stereotypes? So that will be our structure. Conclusion, we're going to go over that on Thursday. Again, I'll send out the meeting times for the meeting by tomorrow, by Tuesday, April 7th. If you cannot make the meeting, please send me an email. That way I know. That way I can send you some information beforehand, or maybe send you a quick little. I know if it's a lot of students that are missing, I can send a video Thursday after the meeting really quickly, so that way you know what to do. But again, ideal world, intro paragraph and body paragraph are done by our meeting on Thursday. If you have any questions, please email me. Here's what you can do now. I'd like you to screenshot this or just pause it if you can go back and forth on your taskbars and use this structure here, because this structure is going to help add your fluency to writing intro paragraphs, body paragraphs, and conclusions. This is just going to help you get started, and that way when you get writing more, you'll have this structure down, and it's easier. Trust me, guys, it's easier once you write paragraphs, responses for other classes, especially not even English, maybe history. So again, email me if you have any questions. I miss you guys. Stay safe, and I will talk to you soon.